Yay! Welcome to Reclaiming Your Space. My name is Ivy Ladone, and I have a very special guest with me today. She goes by the Seamoss Bruja, and she is so special. I want her to introduce herself. So, Nadesley, if you'd like to introduce yourself, welcome.
Hello, I am Natazli, the Seamoss Bruja. This is basically your modern apothecary.
Okay, I love
So
that.
we do a little bit of everything here.
Yeah. And can you give us a little bit about your background, like who you are, where you were born, your ethnicity, like all of that stuff? We want to know about it.
Of course, of course. So I am Dominican. My parents are both Dominican, born in Jersey. Jersey.
Jersey. She's a Jersey
Jersey.
girl.
And then basically lived in Miami my entire life. Background in pharmacy. I studied pharmacy back in, oh my God, 2008, 09, 10,
You studied
11.
pharmacy. I didn't know
Yes. Yep.
that.
Yep. I was in it, like in it. So I worked in oncology. I worked in hospitals for 5 years. So I saw the whole thing play down.
And Desley,
And
this has so much, like, even, sorry guys, but like, I just found this out. So, like, quite literally, this goes right into what we're going to talk about. Now, knowing that your background is in pharmacy.
yeah, yeah,
Wow. You
yeah.
have experience in big
In the
pharma.
system. In the
Wow.
system.
Sorry, so
Yes.
continue. So
Yes.
Dominican from Jersey, background in pharma. So then,
In the pharma.
amazing. And now she's in
Yes.
the farm, which we'll talk
Yes.
about.
Now we're going into the pharmacy, like the real pharmacy. So,
Wow. So a little bit about our background. So you heard a little bit about her background. My background and why I wanted to bring the Desley in is because I am in the fitness and in the wellness space. Spirituality is the foundation of what I do, what I preach, how I live my life. And I definitely know, and she'll speak on her behalf, but I know that Nadesli definitely has her own practice and her own connection to her own spirituality, and she infuses that also in her practice, but in her lifestyle, which we will talk about, and also in her product, because Nadesli isn't just someone who practices stuff; she actually has a product. She does also sell her brand, her product, and we'll get into that as to what that is. And yes, if you're so into what she's going to talk about, I'm sure there's a way that you can contact her and also purchase her items, I'm
yes,
sure, which would be super
absolutely.
cool.
Yay.
So, let's talk a little bit about like your transition from big pharma. Now that you said that, that's so freaking cool. I honestly didn't know this, but my first question was gonna be like, how did you even get to where you are now? But maybe you can guide us a little bit as to like how you started, what got you into pharma, like why choose that? Be honest, right? And then what got you out of that and into this, and maybe even any positions that you've had in between that I'm sure have helped you
Get
say, you
where
know
I'm
what,
at,
like, yeah,
yeah.
actually, I do want to do this. So, yeah, how did you get
Absolutely.
started in big pharma?
So, pharmacy. Well, medicine started for me desde chiquita. So basically, as like a child, I saw my mom's aunt, which was my tia Carmen, extremely sick. She had a sort of cancer, and I saw her medicating herself. She lived in the apartment right below us in Jersey, and she's the one that used to take me to and from school, and like, she was that person for me. So with her, with kind of seeing how medicine was such a big impact on her, it was something that like either it remained as a trauma or it remained as like very just vivid in my mind. And I was like, I want to help people because
Hmm.
this is just, it can't be that just me being little and seeing this person. I was 4 or 5 years old, like a baby. And it stuck with me. Like for something to stick with you from such a young prime age that it wasn't just like, Power Rangers and Barney
Oh,
and
yeah,
crap like that.
definitely.
It was really
You were
something
thinking about
deep
health very early,
at an early
which
age.
is connected to like life and like spirituality,
Correct,
right? Like, wow.
correct. And then later in life, I found out that they had a pharmacy in my family. Like, they had their own little pharmacy. It was in the house, and they named it Adon Pharmacy, which is my godfather. And I was
What?
like, wait, like all of this means something. I was like 13 and figuring out all these things and medicine. And then I'm figuring out that as a Sagittarius, you're like a natural healer and this. And I was like,
Yes.
wait a
Come on,
second. I was
astrology.
like, hold on. I was like, is this something that like I'm really supposed to do? Okay. my entire life. It's always been help people do this, healing. Let me help that kid that fell. Oh, somebody scraped themselves. Let me go help you out. Don't touch it. Let's do this. That was me.
Side note, I have to
So,
ask, do you know your rising sign?
yeah, Sag.
Oh, it is? So you're a
Yes.
sun Sag and a rising Sag
Yes.
with
And
an
a
Aries
stellium.
moon?
And a stellium Sag. Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
What? I don't know why I see you as a rising Cancer.
Because of my mother
In
Venus. Yeah,
nurturingness. Oh
yeah,
my
yeah,
God.
yeah.
Okay, sorry,
I really
continue.
think that it's my Venus. It's Cap.
Okay.
So it's a very like loving. It's like here, let me just but at the same time, no, don't do that. You know what I mean?
Right.
You can't do that. It's like the stern mom. But
That's true. That's true.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you have to. As like the earth sign, you
Mm-hmm.
have to be
Right.
in that. I'm really happy that it's in my
We
Venus.
share the same Venus sign, by the way. Okay,
Same love
so
languages.
you saw this. You saw health. It was a pretty big deal in your life from an early age.
Yep.
And the fact that your family had a small boutique, let's say pharmacy, Nazazi, that's freaking crazy
It is.
because like that's kind of you know how I am. But that's kind of, it's giving me like, you came
Akashic
into this,
records
yeah,
almost.
let's be honest.
Yeah,
For those of you who are not
a
into
hundred
astrology or
percent.
like into like, we'll say woo woo to make you feel better, to be honest, we do believe in like, I can say this from Nazazi, but we do believe in past lives. We come
Oh
here
yes.
with with baggage, so to speak,
Mm-hmm.
unfinished business, right? And those who are around us are also part of our tribe, our soul tribe, and different aspects this lifetime, but they were very familiar to us, right? So I'm saying this as a preface because I do believe that you were brought in and you come from a line of healers. But it's interesting because you came in this modern time.
Yeah.
And so it's like, so you have healers that you were created into, you were built into this family with healers, but they're doing it through the pharma,
Yeah.
right? Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's
And then
really
in the roots
unique.
too, because it's like it's in Dominican Republic. So you also know that it was a completely different world compared to here. You know what I mean?
Facts.
As to where I saw and I was treating people that were extremely sick and like pouring iron bags into like, preparing their IVs and doing compounding. And one of the last patients that like not that I treated or helped because I was just a pharmacy tech. You have nothing to do with the patients. You're just
Hmm.
back there being a robot, right?
Hmm.
Um, there was two ladies. It was one lady that she had gotten into a car accident or something really, really bad, like back issues, walked in with a cane. She took so much of a certain medication, which I won't pronounce,
Right,
but
right, right.
certain medication that she no longer had a throat lining. So we had to compound the medication for her so that she can still receive her pain meds. That is like one of the things that I was like, hold
These
on a
this
second.
is what's giving me okay for hold on. The commercials that we see
Yes.
like very casually that pop up on our screen on our TV that's
Yep.
like if you decide to take this, please know that there are these side effects and it's like lung disease and like headaches
Mm-hmm.
and vomiting and nausea
Suicidal
and like suicidal
thoughts.
thoughts and
Yeah.
like pancreatic cancer and like what? Anyways,
It's
continue.
so
It's the side
subtle
effects that
because,
we
yeah.
don't even
No, let me tell you,
take
I was a
seriously.
beast. I was a beast in the pharmacy world. Like, I learned it in 2 seconds and it was super fast for me. And I had the best teachers. Like, I will never forget my teachers.
Wow.
Oh my God. One of my main teachers was cancer. So she was
Oh yeah.
the best.
Educating and
Like,
teaching and also like nurturing you through the
yes,
process.
throughout the whole thing. Because,
Cool.
of course, that's like a fear. As like a child, you're like, oh
Do you
my
feel
God,
like you use her today? Like her energy and her
Dude, está conmigo todos los días, that lady. Like all the time. I will never forget her.
that's so
There was two
nice.
of them. There was a Puerto Rican and then there was the other one. And she was also Puerto Rican, but she sticks so like just
Oh,
next to me because it was that
I just
person
got
that was
chills.
like, you can do it. Like truck along, stop it, stop doubting yourself,
Right,
truck along, separate the emotions, put
right,
in the logic. Why
right,
are you here?
right.
Clearly why I was there was not to stick to the long run because we wouldn't be having this conversation right now.
For sure.
Had I stuck with pharmacy,
Pharma.
girl, I would have been making the big bucks.
I'm
Like
off. I'm sure.
the big bucks. Like
So,
cuz you grow.
did you get it to a point that you were like, okay, I'm making a lot of money. I like what I'm doing? Like, did you like
No.
what you're doing? You never really liked
No,
it.
at
Okay.
all. At all.
What was it about it that you
When I
didn't
learned
really?
the reality. The reality of what it was. I saw the last person that I worked for was like a private mom and pop, which right around the corner here. I also won't name it because he's pretty popular. Um, but no shame on him. I am again one of those other people that have crossed my journey that I'm like,
Right.
Dude, you taught me so much in a little bit of time. And, life brings those people back to you. I got to see this person again
Wow.
some years ago, right? Okay, so whatever, that's the
Interesting.
beginning.
Mm-hmm.
I saw the ego behind the whole thing, behind the entire pharmaceutical industry. I started by doing hours in an oncology place, preparing bags, sorting folders, working into things, seeing all these folders that were just stapled. Okay, let's separate all the expired ones. And I was like, wait, what, what
What
do
do
you
you
mean
mean?
the expired
No, no,
ones?
yeah.
The expired ones, they're no longer with us. It's humans that are now expired. They're not here. They're gone. They're RIP. They're in the heavens or wherever.
Wow.
But you're considered expired. You have transitioned, and to the
That's wild.
system,
Yeah, yeah,
you're
yeah.
expired.
Correct.
So that was one of the realizations that I had, that I was like,
It
well,
hits you
and then I
hard.
would see the pharmaceutical reps come in, give you blankets, give you this, give you so many things, and all the girls would take things home. And I'm like, Mom, look, little bag, una sabanita, chancleticas, this, that. And at the end of the day, they're getting you comfortable
Right.
for their way of living.
Right.
You have cancer? Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Here, let me give you a blanket because you're going to get cold.
Right. Right.
And it's a bomb blanket that you would
Right.
pay $70 in Bed Bath and
Sure.
Beyond for.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
So I was like,
So there's no
where are they
solution
really
based
helping?
out, right, or
No,
education. It was just like get cozy, get comfortable because you're here for the long
this is
haul and
it.
like good
Yeah,
luck. So we're just
this
gonna
is it.
provide whatever
That's it.
we
That's
can
it.
for you at the moment.
One of
Wow.
the last girls that I saw, you remember the little 5 packs of gum that you paid 25 cents for, little Wrigley's?
Yes.
She was in line and she was getting her medication. She gets this little 5 pack of gum and she's like shaking. And I'm like, okay. I had already dealt with people in my life and like sick people, whatever. Did I understand? No, I probably thought they were crazy. And I was like, you're a psycho. Until I saw this girl. And I was like, there's something wrong with this girl. Mind you, I'm just checking her out and I'm waiting for her medication to come to me so that I can check her out. And the whole time the girl's like this. By the time she gets to me, all she has is the wrapper of the gum. She had like 4 people ahead of her, which is like 20 minutes, maybe, tops in line. She had so much anxiety that she needed to chew that whole 5 pack of gum, right? And her medication was a medication to make her feel better when she looks at herself in the mirror. So I was like, well, this girl's like 16 years old. And this girl is
16?
young, baby. She was probably 18.
And
She was
she,
getting her medication on her own. You know what I mean? Like, or like, no sé. But to that mental degree, I
man.
wouldn't feel well leaving my child in that situation. But then I discovered that there were more. There's places that host these girls and they keep them there. And girls that are like, okay, their parents pay the big bucks to keep them here because they have a mental issue that they don't feel good about themselves and they just dose them up with medications. Pharmacies take the medications to those places. And I'm like, this is
Yeah, you
not,
started to see the pattern.
I
You
saw a
were like, this
pattern.
is
I was like, I'm falling
disgusting.
into such darkness.
Wow,
As to where now
Nadezli.
I drive all the way to West Palm to take people Seamoss. So I'm
Wow.
like, you know what I mean? What am I willing to do? What am I not willing to do? I saw
Yeah.
the tremendous ego behind that. And I didn't understand what it was. I didn't know what the hell an ego was back then. Yeah,
Right.
Beyonce song, but
Right.
like,
Q and Beyonce. I love that.
but I didn't understand it. I was still walking around this life very aimless and very just
Wow.
pointless. I just knew that I had a purpose and it was in medicine,
Wow.
whether I wanted to be a nurse or what the case was. And then I really saw
Wow.
the system behind the system.
So then, okay, so now you're in a position where you're like, okay, I like that I feel like I'm helping others. I find that I do want to help people, but I'm stuck behind this like big wall, we'll call it pharma, that you're not feeling so great about because you finally saw the true color behind the Wizard of Oz. And you're like, there has to be something that I can do. So
Outside of it.
what did you start doing actually? How did you pivot from big pharma?
I didn't. I went deeper. I went and I started working for pain management. So I moved to New
Pain
Mexico.
management. So
Yes.
instead of topping the pain, you started going into an agency
I know. I
How,
work
what
for the
is,
hospital.
oh,
Yeah,
I see. So
for
it's
the
a
pain
department?
management
I'm
specialists.
new at this, you guys.
Yes, it's pain
School me,
management.
please. Oh my God. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Everything
so
fitness and dance here, but I want to
yeah.
learn. This is why we're here.
No, it's a whole thing. It's like
Oh my
ballet, you
God.
got dance, you got
Right.
alternative, you got hip hop, you got R&B, everything. So
Wow.
the healthcare system has its
Interesting.
parts, you know, and I was working for a beautiful hospital, which I'm very grateful for still to this day.
You can shout them
But
out if you want.
I learned that it's really just a big band-aid. And there is no way that you can leave on a band-aid and say, oh, it's peeling. Let me put another piece of tape on it because that band-aid is going to rot at some point.
Right.
So medicine shouldn't be forever. Unfortunately, there are some cases that,
Medicine shouldn't be forever. Hashtag.
yes,
Hashtag. At this point in the comments, please drop it
yes.
down. That's a big important
Even with
part.
something that's like,
Wow.
that's huge. Okay, so let's say, I don't know, something terminal. If there it's terminal, it's terminal. It is what it is. The person's here until the time that they're here and life or themselves decide that they're not going to be here anymore. Even then, there's a route through nature, 100%.
You're saying like
No,
you're saying like there's a route to offer them a smoother transition,
mhm.
or there's a route to maybe elongate
There's a
their
route to
life.
healing, which is the
Oh, okay.
reality of it.
And also potential
So
to heal. Okay.
there's perspectives, right? So when when I look at the word healed, you're not healed. Where nobody is healed. Okay, none of us. Okay, so regardless of whether, I don't know, you had some bigly, deeply rooted disease and you've recovered from it, okay, you're still healing. You are healed when you are no longer here, when you are transitioned. You
Why
have
and why do
passed.
you say that? How why what's your perspective behind that?
Because I feel like that in that point is where you're in your utmost light. Like that's it. Like your spirit has done its job. Your body, your physical body has done its job here, and now you are healed.
Okay.
Some of us are not,
Right.
and we transition back or whatever the case may be. But there are people that look at life very much in the sense of, when I die, I become part of that tree, and it is
Right.
what it is. There are
Right.
people that are like, oh, I'm going to reincarnate into a butterfly. I'm going to, whatever it is your term, we're still here and we're still healing every single day until our last breath.
Interesting.
So,
So do you believe that when we come in as a baby
mhm,
that we're not like fully perfect healed, that we are already maybe having some underlying condition maybe, but because we are children, that some of us as children are a little healthier than others,
I
but
feel
some
like
of
that.
us we come in with already pre-diagnosed or undiagnosed things because of our family lineage or DNA, our right, like our
Yeah.
gut, our bio, what is it, our
Hmm.
bio, I'm learning this again, our gut
The
basically,
biochemistry, basically, like
right,
our
from our
body.
our parents.
So you have
I
everything.
mean, I just learned.
Yeah.
Sorry, this is so random, but you know how I am, guys. I just saw another podcast with Miley Cyrus, and Miley Cyrus was doing some form of healing. I can't remember the term now. It's like EDMR or something like that.
Hmm.
And she regressed so far back that she went back to her grandmother's womb.
Oh, yeah.
And she swears by it, obviously. I mean, I'm
Hmm.
not going to take her truth away or anything, but that's what she said. But she remembers that experience.
Yeah.
So it's not, it goes parallel to what you're saying, that we come in with like, yeah, different
We're
things.
all
The same way that
connected.
some of us are prone to like obesity or like, migraines
Yep.
or like, you know,
Yep.
s- dry skin or
Hmm.
whatever the case.
Yeah.
It's just a predisposed
I feel
situation or
like as
ailment.
babies, we come in like a clean canvas, right? But that canvas already molded into whatever
I
you
see.
want to make it, whether it's a circle, a square, a rectangle,
Based off
whatever.
of our parents or our genetics.
It's up to you to whatever you want to paint on it, but it's also up to you how you activate your body. So you
Mm.
come in with everything, with everything. You come in with all the sicknesses, diabetes, AIDS, herpes, cancer,
Mm.
everything. And your body already carries all these things. It's up to you whether or not you want to activate it or not. So,
Whoa, that is a very big, I would say that's a very big statement because I know already some viewers, I can imagine some of you are saying like, I don't believe that at all. How
right.
can you say that a baby would come in with like, herpes or like AIDS or
Hmm.
like, whatever. But that's an opinion and that's a perspective,
Right.
right? Because, and of
Well,
course, go for it.
when you do a when you do lab work, like your labs, right? And it comes out, whatever it is, let's just say it says HSV1, which is herpes, right? or chlamydia or something. All those things that are either a non-active or active.
Interesting.
So regardless of how people want to look at it, that is how it is.
You're
Okay,
right.
so it
You're
either
right.
says active or non-active.
You're
Why
right.
would
Based off of
you?
like white cell blood count or like based
Correct.
off of red blood cell count or like
Correct. Correct. So if your T cells are active, they're active. If they're not, they're not. If your white blood cells are active, you know,
can we get a zoom in on
yeah,
me
you
thinking?
go on like
The hamster wheel?
oh my God, it's like mind blown.
Interesting.
So when you start to
Wow.
see labs and you start to see things, you're like, oh
Like, what do you think, right? Like, you
shit.
watching this, because you're very much a part of this too. And thank you so much for watching. Give us a
Yes.
like if you enjoy this kind of stuff, because we'll definitely make more like this. But what do you think? Because this is a community that we're building, and Desley's also building her community.
Yep. Yep.
So we would love to hear from you. And if you have any questions, like,
And remember, this is just a perspective. So, para los gustos hicieron los colores,
right,
right?
take it with a
So,
grain of salt, and if what resonates,
yes,
cool. What doesn't, just
absolutely. So
correct.
now, based off of my knowledge and based off of my experience and based off of what I have seen, I wholeheartedly believe that we do come in with these things. It's up
Wow.
to us to activate it or not, depending on our parents' knowledge and like,
They're already genetics. They're
yeah,
genetics already.
yeah,
This is just so profound,
yeah.
and we are only like what 15 minutes in, I think.
We've
Just as
gone
wild.
deep.
Okay, so basically, I would love to know. Okay, so we went from pharma. We were thinking about how I can, help people more directly, right, without the medicine and all of that stuff. How did you officially get into Seamoss Bruja?
Yeah.
And this is probably our last topic right now. Oh, recording stopped. Okay, wow. This is our last topic right now before we get into the next one. Perfect. Because
That's
it
awesome.
started telling me like your storage, your storage, your storage. So let me contact Anthony so he can come in here and
Yeah,
help
for
with that.
sure.
Oh my God, Nazazi, this is so fucking cool. You're so incredible.